So good afternoon, everyone. Last time we had completed unit number 3, so we have a unit test today. Before we have the unit test, we'll do a quick revision of unit number 3. So the title of the unit is Technical Communication. It actually, the unit deals with everything that you have to do orally in workplace situations. Right? Everything that you have to deal with orally in workplace situations. So that's what unit 3 is all about. Let's pick the topics one at a time. So it begins with public speaking. Speaking in public, there are various kinds of public speaking. Public speaking happens when you have different purposes in mind. The different kind of purposes that you may have is to pass on the information, to persuade, to sell products, to update, to inform, etc. Now, things that you should keep in mind in public speaking is, first thing that you should keep in mind is your first thing that you need to keep in mind is the audience. So you need to do audience analysis. There was a list of questions that was given to you, which you can see like what are their likes and dislikes, what is the age group, what is the gender, uh, or what are the number of people that you have. Next, you have to look at the locale. Locale, we mean the venue. Then you have to also look into the occasion for which the public speech is. So you have to deliver your speech according to the occasion. Next, you have group discussion. Group discussion over here, we mean to say group discussion as a part of the selection process for an interview. So you have to look at group discussion in that manner. So what is group discussion? A group of people, like-minded people, sit together and discuss on a familiar topic or an unfamiliar topic. The different purposes of group discussion. One of the purposes is getting selected. Other purposes may include getting information, being updated about information, etc. Now, there are different types of group discussion, and you should know the structure, how it works. So, most of the times, as a part of the recruitment process, the structure would be 10 to 12 people in a group. The sitting arrangement, circular, rectangular, or according to the venue that is available. There are different types of organizational group discussion, like brainstorming, Delphi, nominal group technique, the lotus bloom technique, the storyboarding technique, etc. Each type has its own characteristics and features, and it is managed in its own ways. Then, if you talk about presentation strategies, presentation not only a PowerPoint but also how you present the topic that you are talking of, right? So, which are the different strategies? How do you use presentation to your maximum effect? I have to mention over here the 6 great helpers of presentation. There are the WH questions that you have. Then you've got arranging the information in a presentation. So various techniques like the chronological order, the cause effect order. Then you have got over here answering the questions. You also should always have space for the audience to ask you questions, and you should also be ready or prepared mentally to answer questions which the audience asks, right? So which is the technique. So there's a small little technique called the tract technique method to answer questions. Then you have got to keep a few things in mind. Things like you should stop talking before the audience stops listening to you. You should be aware about a few questions and answering them. Moreover, whatever you are presenting, you should be able to select appropriate topic and appropriate material. Remember, there are three things that you need to control. That is yourself, the material, and then the audience. If you wish that your presentation goes properly, there are 4 P's of the presentation. That is plan, prepare, practice, and present. Right, so that was presentation strategies. Next, you have interview skills. Uh, Interview skills means the skills that you require to work on when you want to sit for an interview. It is actually a two-way process, a two-way communication, in fact, one from your side and one from the side of the interviewer. It's never a one-way thing. So remember that the candidate can also ask questions, but questions pertaining to work and not pertaining to salary, because interview is a chance to get a job, and it's not a surety that you will get the job. It's just a chance that you get to showcase your skills. In interview skills, you need to prepare yourself. So what are the points on which you can prepare yourself? You can prepare yourself on different points, like knowing about the company, knowing about yourself, how will you introduce yourself. All these things are included in the interview skills. Apart from that, you need to arrive at the interview venue a little ahead of time. You need to research about the company for which you are appearing for an interview. Every interview is unique in itself. Every interview, remember, is unique in itself. So you have to tailor your skills according to the requirement of the company. You have to tailor the skills according to the requirement of the company. Then you need to have, or you should be carrying extra copies of your resume and the cover letter, copies of your documents, that is your educational documents. You need to carry copies of that as well. Always remember to carry a pen, never forget the pen. And next, we have negotiation skills. Now, negotiation skills are generally what we call and what we do in personal lives. It's also termed as bargaining. Now, negotiation is actually a more formal method of bargaining, and when you negotiate, you don't negotiate for one or two things. You negotiate for bulk amount of things. There's a stepwise procedure of negotiation where you know the customer, you put forward your principles, then you have a conflict, you try to resolve the conflict, and finally you come to an agreement. Right? Negotiation skills are important to achieve, because you don't want to just do business for a day or two, or for one or two things. You want to do business for a longer period of time. So negotiations will help you generate this long-term relationship that you can cherish for a longer period of time. Moreover, negotiation skills prove to be beneficial to organizations. In a term, they'll be profitable when can buy the same services or same goods for a little lower price. And negotiation skills is a must have for every professional in this world. Then you have creative and critical thinking in communication. So creative thinking and critical thinking, because professional lives include innovation, discovery, and invention. When you want to innovate, you need to think differently, and when you are creative, you can think differently. Not only thinking differently, but also thinking about the various aspects of the decisions or the inventions that you take. Remember again, the customer. The customer is at the center here as well. That means the audience is at the center. So you need to see how your products or how your invention will benefit the humankind in the living their lives more comfortably. Now, when you invent, you try to select or you try to set up a new third option. Try to select or you try to set up a new third option, right? That is why creativeness is important. How can you be creative? You can be creative by keeping your minds open. So open mindedness is one of the basic requirements or the prerequisites for creative thinking. You need to look at things from different perspectives. You need to be logical, you need to be analytical as well to analyze situations, you need to be observant. Similarly, when you think critically, you think about different aspects or different solutions to the same problem, so you have a variety of perspectives. You have this skill of looking at things from a different angle, and you work towards achieving it. So creative and critical thinking, that's the meaning. But how do you implement it in communication? You have to implement it in, excuse me, you have to implement it in communication. uh, why? Because until and unless you communicate your idea, it stays with you only. If you are not able to critically and creatively communicate your ideas, you'll never have the chance to go forward and make the invention or discovery that you have initially thought of. When you communicate, communication brings a lot of clarity, whether it is written or oral communication. That could be the choice of the person who's communicating, but your idea becomes more clear when you communicate. You get feedback. Remember, in the process of communication, we have a feedback. So when you get a feedback, you come to think about the other aspects which you might not have thought of in the initial stages of your thinking about the invention or discovery. That is why it is really important to communicate your critical and creative thoughts so that they come into existence. That was the last topic for unit number 3, technical communication, and this was a quick revision for unit 3, technical communication, right? So what I'll do next is I'll paste the link of our test with you. You have got 30 minutes to answer the test. Please read the questions and the options carefully. They could be tricky questions. Remember, they could be tricky questions, tricky options given. Read carefully. Don't be in a rush to submit the quiz. Right? Don't be in a rush to submit the quiz. Just give me a moment. I'll be sharing the quiz with you. The link for the quiz. So there you go. You might be able to now view the link for your quiz. So you may start attempting your quiz now. So you may start attempting your test now. It is the link for your test, Unit 3 unit test. It is of 25 marks. You may start attempting your test now. I see 12 of you have already completed the test. We'll just wait a few minutes for the rest of the classmates to complete the test. Okay, just 2-3 minutes more. I see everybody has completed the quiz, so we can take the attendance now before we discuss anything further. So for attendance, 18 series, 14,
Yes, ma'am.
1, 19 series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yes, ma'am.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Yes, ma'am.
13.
5 present, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll just speak the absent numbers. I can also read your names, but just a cross verification was happening. So 14,
Yes, ma'am.
15,
Yes, ma'am.
16, 17,
Yes, ma'am. 17.
19,
Yes, ma'am. 18.
18 is present, 19 is absent. 21,
18.
yeah, 21, 22, and 23. I'll call out the absent
Yes, ma'am.
numbers one if you can go through it so that if I've missed someone. So absent numbers are 1, 2, 9, 13, 16, 19, and 21.
Ma'am, 7 present. Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, enrollment number 7 is present. I never said 7. 7 is present, I know. Fine. So with this, we have completed 50% of our syllabus. There are 6 units. We have completed 3. From next week, we will start with unit 4. So before we complete the